Good morning. It's Vijay here. Today is 18th March 2025, Tuesday. Welcome to yet another episode of Pre-Market Commentary. As I keep mentioning, Tuesday is what we used to call the juice day. On Tuesday, either the bulls get hammered or the bears get hammered in those old days between 1995 and 2001 when there were no futures in option and it was a weekly settlement. So Tuesday was the weekly settlement. So we traders either used to get hammered on Tuesday if you're a bull or a bear, depending on the way the markets move. So now we have come back to another Tuesday. So today the question is whether is today the day when we will see a breakout. Not one person I know of who's in the market is expecting any breakout today vis-a-vis the Nifty. So everyone is may wonder today, looking at the GIFT Nifty, whether today will be a breakout because GIFT Nifty is trading about 22,700. If you observe from this chart, this is a Nifty daily chart. The last time we went to 22,700 was somewhere on 23rd of February. So it's nearly 3 weeks and we are not able to cross that. In the interim, we went below 22,000. There was gloom and doom. Then a couple of days later, it moved back and then it has been in a narrow range here. So every time it goes up to 22,700 or close to that, the bears come in plenty and they hammer here. Yesterday too, they tried their best, but the bulls, for instance, closed it higher. If you look at the previous day, Friday also they tried to go up, but then they got hammered through and through, except for the first 1 hour. So yesterday also the similar thing happened, but then yesterday the bulls have prevailed. Of course, they have not crossed and closed above Thursday's high, because Friday is a holiday. And most people will be very skeptical, will think that 22,700 will not cross and it will take time. So I've been counseling patience, and I've also been counseling courage. Courage and patience is not available in the streets. You can't go to a shop. You have to develop it internally. So just I'll tell you the story of what happened many years ago. That is the title: The Death of Equities or the Rebirth of Equities. So the Business Week in August 79 talked of the equities no more to get into equities. If you observe, it is echoed in the so-called experts like Shankar Sharma, who is expecting bull market only in 2030, and there are other people who are expecting the market to recover only after 3 years. The most bullish I have seen is people who are expecting recovery only by the end of the year, like Citicorp and a few other people are expecting recovery end of the year, but nobody is expecting a recovery beginning now. So this was the death of equities cover in 1979. The market bottomed out around that time, and 4 years later, the Business Week again had a cover called the rebirth of equities. But what happened between 1979 and 1984 is visible here. This is 1979, when you see almost the bottom. 1978, 1972, 73 was the bottom. But if you look at 1979, almost the bottom. 4 years later, this cover came. By the time the market had gone up at least 35%. And if you continue to hold on, it went up to 1987 when the big crash happened. So Business Week cover used to be, or magazine cover theory was there, where, if the magazines become very, exuberant, then the market will fall. If the magazines become very bearish, the markets will go up. So today, if you look at it, everybody is extremely bearish. So who knows? We may have a repeat of 1979 Business Week. So let's quickly look at why are people bearish. Maybe they're bearish because they see S&P down by 8%. In fact, it was down 10%. Dow Jones is down 7%. Nasdaq is down 12%. And we are down much more than that. We are down at 14%. And our mid cap is down 20%. And small cap is down 24%. Even yesterday's rally, we would not have been happy because many stocks, the declines outnumbered advances almost 1:2. So in such a case, there is no hope in the market. People are hopeless, and that is the time when markets bottom out. But yesterday, if observed, Dow Jones did well, S&P, Nasdaq, everything did well. Most important, DAX is taking the lead in the European markets with 0.73% higher. European markets did well. Commodities were flat. Brent was around 71. Gold crossed 3,000, now closed above 3,000 for the first time ever. Silver is now above $34 as we speak. And the commodities, precious metals are getting more precious. So this morning we get into the session with hope. Yesterday, Nifty snapped a 2-week session losing streak. Mid cap also, moved up, but not to the extent what people would have thought. Pharma hit a 2-week high. Pharma is doing very well, though people are worried about Trump. Auto closed in the green. Metal also snapped a 2-session losing streak. And Nifty Bank formed higher high and higher low for the 3rd session. So that will be interesting. I always mentioned that Nifty Bank will lead this market and not Nifty. It will pull Nifty up. This is what I expect. And then Nifty FMCG decline, Nifty IT, which I'm very bearish. It's closed at an 8-month low. So I think things will not get better for IT in my opinion. And then what did FIs and DIs do? This is very interesting. FIs sold 4,500 crores and yet the market held on. DIs, of course, bought more than FIs. But if you observe, many times if FIs sell more than 3,000 crores, invariably the market will fall independent of what the DIs do. So FIs sold 4,500 crores. Remember this is one of the biggest sells in the last 15 to 20 days. Typically, they were selling about 1,000 crores, 2,000 crores maximum. They were selling 400 crores, that kind of thing. People thought, oh, FIs are no longer selling, but they came back with a bang. But the bulls also came back with a bang equally, and then they fought their way. Now, this is what the Bank Nifty and Nifty is. The Bank Nifty, if you observe, it just went up, morning high. They tried to hammer it, but it has closed above the midpoint. Same thing with Nifty. Nifty is a little weaker because it's got more sectors. Bank Nifty has got only 12 stocks, all in the financial sector, whereas Nifty has got sectors like IT is doing badly, so it will get affected. Nifty will get affected. If FMCG is doing badly, or if banks are doing badly, everything gets affect. Any sector can affect the Nifty. So even Nifty did not go to the morning lows. So that is very, very heartening. So one of the more important things today was the advanced tax collection. The direct tax collection has gone up by 16%, which is huge. And the net direct, the gross was 16%, the net is 13%, which means the corporate sector is doing well. And the total gross corporate tax up was about 20%, April 1 to March 16. So still there is some more money going to come, because at the end of the year, some more money has to come. So what people are worried about, and looking at what the market did yesterday, what the US market and global markets are doing, and what the height of bearishness, and we have already, not gone anywhere below 22,000 for a very long time. So today could be the day that something wonderful happens. I am bullish. Yesterday also we were bullish. We did reasonably well, though the market was extremely tough. But at the end of the day, we made our profits. So whatever you do, I hope it is successful. Thank you for joining me.